What if I told you that one of history's most valuable artefacts is actually one of the stinkiest? Welcome to the story of the Lloyds Bank Coprolite, possibly the largest and most preserved piece of Viking-era dung ever found. Yes, you heard that right. Today we dig into the science, the scandal, and yes, the smell, or lack thereof, behind British history's oldest Viking poo. Our story begins in 1972 during an archaeological excavation in the medieval city of Jorvik. That's the Viking name for York in northern England. The York Archaeological Trust was digging under what was to become a branch of Lloyds Bank on Pavement Street. Suddenly they unearthed something bizarre, a hardened, mineralised clump about 20 centimetres long and 5 centimetres wide, clearly not a piece of pottery, bone or wood. It was fossilised human faeces, a coprolite. Because it was found beneath the future Lloyds Bank spot, the specimen was dubbed the Lloyds Bank Coprolite. A coprolite is a fossilised piece of faeces, or paleofaeces, when referred to human origin. Most poop decomposes or washes away, but under special conditions, low oxygen, rapid burial, mineral-rich groundwater, it can become mineralised and preserved over centuries. This coprolite dates to around the 9th century, placing it firmly in the Viking era of northern England. What makes it exceptional isn't just its age, but its size. 20 centimetres, 8 inches, is huge for a fossilised human stool, and it's among the largest known specimens ever discovered. As disgusting as it sounds, this ancient turd is a goldmine of historical information. Scientists performed microanalysis on it, looking for undigested bits, pollen grains, microscopic particles, and yes, parasites. The coprolite contains significant traces of meat and bread, grain fragments, indicating this person ate a diet heavy in protein and cereal, rather than lots of vegetables. Interestingly, in the same excavation site, other people's remains had evidence of leeks, nuts, shellfish, fruit, stones, and other foods. So this individual seems to have had a more meat and bread centred diet than their neighbours. Inside the specimen were several hundred parasitic worm eggs, notably whipworm and moorworms, evidence the person suffered from intestinal parasites. These worms would have caused gastrointestinal distress, diarrhoea and abdominal pain, making this already unpleasant artefact all the more authentic. This poo got more attention than you might expect. In 1991, an archaeologist named Andrew Jones, working with the York Archaeological Trust, appraised the specimen. For insurance purposes, he famously said, "This is the most exciting piece of excrement I've ever seen. In its own way, it's as irreplaceable as the crown jewels." That line caught the media's attention. After all, calling a turd as irreplaceable as the crown jewels is hard to ignore. The coprolite has had a rather perilous museum life. Originally, it was displayed at the Archaeological Resource Centre run by the York Archaeological Trust. In 2003, during a public viewing by a group of visitors, the display stand collapsed and the specimen shattered into 3 pieces. Thankfully, conservators were able to piece, glue and restore it. It's a reminder that even fossilised poop needs somewhat delicate handling. Since 2008, the coprolite has been on display at the Jorvik Viking Centre in York, where it continues to horrify and fascinate visitors in equal measure. So what does this ancient poo do for us historically? Well, it gives us a direct snapshot of Viking-era diet and health, rare because soft biological remains seldom survive. It demonstrates that even mundane bodily waste can become a scientific treasure. And it's captured public imagination, in part because it's both revolting but also fascinating. In short, York's Lloyds Bank Coprolite proves that in archaeology, even poo can be priceless. So there you have it, history's oldest poo, preserved through time, cracked, restored, and now enshrined in a museum glass case. Turns out, even the grossest things can teach us something about our ancestors. Thanks for joining me here on History of the World. Until next time, May your discoveries be less stinky, but just as fascinating. If you learned something new, click subscribe.